keep doing my thing before my life is over and my moment fade away. I keep going, I keep smiling, I keep doing my things before my life is over and my chance just take her wings. Searching for a mission, life's no competition. It has no definition, no, no, no. The blind faces follow, my vibes just stay mellow. You can't take what I know, no, no, no. What I know, no.
I think Renata Glass is just too good with Kalista. Nico is very strong individually, but this duo, insanely strong. And it will be locked in. So now we get the 80 carry last pick. And it might just be Corki. I mean, that's fine. It's not going to be with Nami. But still a decent pick and definitely a Ruler favorite.
Yeah, so they just buffed the 80 ratio on Kalista's Ren, but its subsequent 80 ratio on the spears, so it does build up a lot. It is pretty significant. You don't build a ton of 80 typically on Kalista, but it's still going to represent a decent amount of value.
Okay, that's going to be flash out of Doran, just to get things started.
Having that long stun, especially with a Scion who can chain it, so getting Doran's flash early, a big win immediately for Renata still. But we've seen a lot more bards going electrocute. You know, Spellbook did get nerfed a decent amount, so we'll see how much the electrocute just helps with like trading into this lane specifically.
Caught by handshakes or Kalista running you down should be, in general, pretty good. Chovy very aggressively trading here up against Faker, who's going in for a trade of his own. Gets the egg perfectly calculated, gets away. Just a lot of trading in mid. This is really all we're looking at. Is Faker seeing a lot of damage here from the minions, but Chovy gonna have to go for a back.
Yeah, and bear in mind, Chovy has TP. Faker only has Ghost, which he did use there. Dro's there to cover, but Ona, I don't think he'd go for it. He could just stop the recall. Oh.
It's a nice little route in the wall there as well.
Yeah, Faker took the safe route around. Oh.
Little team gank here coming in from Canyon. Gonna get the flash out of Keria, but
because, you know, you have the Kalista ult later on. Oh, 6 picked up for Chovy. This is where the matchup gets painful.
Yeah, trying to bait him into a fight, those owners here. And eventually Chovy's like, yeah, I'm level 6 Nivea, you can't do anything. Yeah.
Which I think is good for Gen.G. Oh, Doran could be... Honestly, I think he probably potentially could have to try and burn the flash.
Faker is maybe in some trouble here. He's just going to accept his fate, and that's first blood going over to Canyon.
But I think have to be aware of the skill shot before and know the kill limit then. But opted to hold his flash, which I think was honestly the correct call.
We got fighting between these junglers here. Canyon really trying to pressure, and now that Chovy's coming down, obviously, T1 will have to back away. To get the egg, doesn't really do all that much. Now you see Owner over the wall. They're just gonna Fate's Call and throw in Keria, but it's not gonna get smited away. And now we do have the Bard ult to come down. The Crescent Guard Canyon does go in, and Ruler, Valkyrie's in. Double stun does come out here from Duro. Not able to get Pays though, as Chovy in a bit of trouble. He's gonna have to flash the wall. Ruler with the big one, so close.
Paying for themselves. Yeah, this was the play earlier, where once the Wind Becomes Lightning hits, I think he's dead. I mean, maybe he could have No, actually, I think there's no way you get out. Kerry didn't die, but it's still kind of amazing to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You know,
it's like a glitch in the Matrix or something. Like,
yeah, I think Kerry kind of he threw himself in expecting to die.
Doran's gonna get burst down big time here, super low, and now he's gonna level up to level 9. Might help him out a little bit, but eventually has to flash and just dies to the follow flash, and that's Keen with the solo kill.
Clean from Keen there, finding the solo kill onto Sion. The rest of T1, not really what you want to see. But honestly, not as surprised. I feel like we see so many Sions solo killing Jaces.
Yeah.
Through the LCK. Oh, fight coming in here.
There's a guard available. Canyon might be able to get out. He's just gonna go in saying, well, I'm dead. And with no flash and a lot thrown at him, he is not going to get out.
Wait for the ult to time out. We'll see the replay of the all-in here. So the stun doesn't actually come through.
This.
But that's slow, yeah. And then once the ult hits, you get the full channel Q.
Yes. Is the sequel... Okay, Ro's going to take 2 turret shots, and now Doran wants to get in and trade this, and he will! And even the flash used by Ruler, close, based on the cooldown.
It's always really hard to tell the timers in the replay. I guess it wasn't quite up.
Yeah, I think it's like pretty close, maybe like 10 seconds out. Meanwhile, on live, Duro has his ult now, but he doesn't have his life. Yeah. And now we got a TP behind, as this hasn't been the cleanest game we've ever seen, but it is a game. As Keen's going to go in, and well, they can't really do any damage to him, so that's
they broke his shield.
Yeah. Just his presence. I mean, Doran doesn't have TP, so.
And this is buying time for Doran to get back here. That being said, Doran's getting a lot of gold off the back of this, so
yeah.
To contest this, they're trying to get some vision in the area. They are moving, making moves over there.
Yeah, this time Canyon's not going to overstep, but he's going to hit that Wind Becomes Lightning, and Owner just has to flash out.
Yeah, good moves there.
Definitely the safe call. He wants to make sure he has a health bar if he's going to be in this fight. Wall does come down, but eventually will time out, and then Owner and the squad can get in. Little stun as Owner's going in, and it goes to 5, but it still goes the way of Canyon. As now Owner super low, trying to drag his way out once again. The hostile takeover is going to help, but now Canyon in an awkward spot. Some flashes away. Big stun on the Pays, as now he's got the bailout, though picks up 1 kill, but he can't get away. That's just going to be Gen.G cleaning up in the Rift Herald pit, and even Doran has to flash away. As the flash wall comes out from Jovi, and that'll be the end of Doran as well. And if you think about the pace of these dragons, like now is the perfect time, as the handshake is going to hit Ruler, actually, kind of backfiring there, but he does chunk out Keria. But yeah, this is like the perfect time to be very strong. Like Keen is unkillable. Like there's nobody who can kill him. The Rise is not online yet, with only the Rod of Ages, and you have Callista with the Bork, but at the same time, like, if you're in range of the Scion, it's going to take forever, first of all, and some amount of pick potential, but it's not an insane amount. As Chovy just getting in there, taking a full rotation, as now Temper Fate's going to come out. Trying to make a play here with the stun, as he does avoid it by hopping forward, but still Doran is taking an immense amount of damage. Flashes forward, though, and at least gets the kill. But he still dies to Chovy.
Would have to just like complete reaction it, which I think would be crazy to do.
Yeah. Trying to make a play on a Faker here, but there is Owner in tow. As everything's dodged by Ghost. Rise very fast with the Ghost and the phase rush. And so they just back away from that play.
But just anything they can burn is positive, but I think also... he has Flash.
Yeah, and he's got Phase Rush too. Just going to use that to get away. They get the TP, though.
This is not a good spot.
As, yeah, Doran, no flash. Remember, he used it earlier. He's just dead. And now look at this, the Viking Scion, the train from the right side of the screen. Didn't even see that, as now Owner going to trap everyone and immediately die. As Keria gets in, Pays gets in, and one by one, the T1 dominoes fall. Gen.G get the fight on their terms, and they dominate.
super crisp execution in these big fights. Now, Keen, his health bar is moving. I can see it. Well, oh, Doran.
Well, he's got the Cinders to help him out, right? We got a little Realm War play here on a Chovy, who does not have his flash, so a nice little pick. Owner getting pretty low, but eventually has the bailout, which might time out. Chovy, though, should be. No, they're not even going to get the egg. He just walks it off. They don't have the damage. And now the flash forward here. Oh, wow. Going to catch him in transition, and now Doran is, he's just dead again.
What we expect from these compositions, right? T1 tried, they got an early lead, but not able to capitalize on that big fight. And if you make that one big mistake, Gen.G will crush you now. Faker.
Here's the, yep. Not much you can do about that. He does live, though. And, well, I say that, and he immediately dies. Cannon just going to get in there and poke him. And now Pays doesn't have a health bar. He's gone. That's a double kill for Ruler, including the turret on top of it all. And that'll be game one in 25 to 26 minutes. As Chovy just padding those damage numbers. Gen.G make it look so easy.